Swords or cannons and tanks? You must have been wondering that during the reign of Imam Zaman, what weapons will he use to fight against oppressors and global arrogance? We all know that the Imam, after his arrival, will establish the only just government, which in any of its parts, any form of tyranny and oppressions will not be tolerated. During that period, humanity will have faith in the Imam. However, there will be those who are obstinate, mischievous and oppressive who are hostile to the Imam. Meanwhile, the Imam, for the sake of bringing absolute justice to earth, will have to fight those people. The question is, what weapons will Imam Mahdi use against his adversaries? Will he use a sword or the most sophisticated and apocalyptic weaponry that exists during the end times? After the Imam's arrival, the situation of mankind will see a huge change as social revolution will sweep across humanity. The widespread of tyranny, oppression and bloodshed will leave people tired and sick with the current state. On the other hand, humanity will reach intellectual maturity in such a way that when the cry signaling the arrival of Imam is heard, people will flock to believe in him. Based on traditions, we derive that Imam Zaman will use the latest technologies available in end times, that certainly one of them is the sophisticated apocalyptic weaponry. However, it is clear that according to the mission of the infallible Imam, weapons that are against the purpose of his message, which is guidance of mankind, such weapons of mass destruction, will never be used by the Imam. It is certain that the enemies of the Imam will use the latest advanced weaponry to fight him. Therefore, it would be irrational for the Imam to fight back using swords and spears. The Hadiths suggesting that the Imam would use a sword are based on the belief that swords were the latest weapon at that time when these Hadiths were issued. Just like pens are symbols of science and knowledge, swords were symbols of military power and prowess. Therefore, it didn't mean that the Imam would fight his notorious enemies with a sword. Bear in mind that our Imams were the leading people in science and technology, as well as the most knowledgeable individual of their time. This principle applies to every Imam in every era, including Imam Zaman in the era after his arrival.